the country as far as succession and inheritance are concerned?
Tina ji, let us be very clear that 80% of the citizens are already under some kind of a uniform civil code. There is a 20% population which is outside its ambit, which is governed by its own religious practices or, different practices of marriages and other personal laws. And therefore, one has to understand that the religion is in the domain of spirituality, mode of prayers and rituals to connect to God. Whereas the personal laws deal with the mundane aspects of life like marriages, adoption, divorce, custody of child, inheritance, succession. So it is in these fields we find discrimination, lot of discrimination against, girl child, women, and many other things, which you have seen, where in the fields of talaq, polygamy, which you see, which exist. So those discriminations, as you rightly said, are patriarchal in nature.
Yes.
This already existed in our society, but since Hindu laws came, like in the sense of Hindu Succession Act, Hindu Adoption Act, and Guardianship Act, Hindu Marriage Act, so many laws came which codified those laws. And among these laws, Sikhs, Jains, and others are also covered, because that is how it has been defined out there. So such discrimination has to stop. So this is about gender justice. This is about gender equality. This is about, preventing violation of human rights, and also, preserving and preserving human dignity.
Absolutely.
So nobody can say, nobody should do politics about it. Instead, people should come forward on their own and say, we must be brought under one uniform civil code. And to say that there cannot be because it is against democracy, I do not agree, because all those discriminations are actually against democracy. They prevent equality as guaranteed in a constitution. So I am for one, advocate that there should be a uniform civil code to remove all kinds of discrimination, gender injustice, whether it is child or women laws, or even for men also, for that matter. And therefore, it is time, and time was always there. If you look at the Constituent Assembly debates, there was a need and discussion for a uniform civil code for entire India, so that we have a strong, united, integrated India. So, and nation building is facilitated. However, there were certain sections from a minority community who opposed it, and therefore there could not be a uniform civil code, and only subsequently the constitution was enacted, and subsequently those laws, as I told you about Hindus and Jains and Sikhs, came about, and there was a uniform civil code, I would say, so far as these communities are concerned. And the time has always been ripe. Because of politics, it has not been done, and time is still ripe and more ripe, especially Supreme Court has been saying time and again, whether it was Shah Bano's case, which was, turned by parliamentary law, or Sarla Mudgal's case versus Union of India. There also Supreme Court said it, and time and again Supreme Court is reminding Government of India and the Parliament to please enact a law, a gender-neutral law, where such kind of practices can be eliminated.